Maayong adlaw, ako si Reymund. Hello everyone, good day, I'm Reymund and welcome to my channel. Our lesson for today is all about Hiligaynon Existentials, which is translated to there is, there isn't, he has, or he doesn't have in English. And the source of this is from the giant Ilonggo phrase book by Paul Soderquist. Let's start. We have here may. May is a word meaning there is or there are, but it must be immediately followed by an object. Aside from that, we also have may ara. May ara. May ara. May ara. When we say may ara, it means there is or there are, or it can also mean there are some. May ara. May ara. And the next one is wara or wala. Wara or wala. It means there is not or there aren't any. Wara or wala. Wala is kinda like Hiligaynon and wara is more of 𝗪𝗢𝗢. Wala and wara. Okay, first we have may ara, wara, ukon, wala or wala. May ara, wara, or wala. Wara, wala, may ara. Next, we have here may. May, once again, is a word meaning there is or there are. Let us have the following examples. The first one is may paka. May paka. May pa-ka. Paka. When we say paka, that's a frog. May paka. So that means there's a frog. May paka. May paka. May paka. May paka. Next is may kabog sa balay. May kabog sa balay. May kabog sa balay. Kabog is a bat and balay is a house. May kabog sa balay. May kabog sa balay. May kabog sa balay. May paka. May kabog sa balay. May paka. May kabog sa balay. May kabog sa balay. Next is we have another example, may bagyo. May bagyo. May bagyo. Bagyo is a storm. It's also similar with Tagalog bagyo din. May bagyo or there's a storm. May bagyo. May bagyo. 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 May bagyo. There's a storm. Next is may away didto. May away didto. When we say away, that's like a fight and then didto is over there. May away didto. May away didto. May away didto. May away didto. Next is may pagkaon diri. May pagkaon diri. When we say pagkaon, that means food and diri is here. May pagkaon diri. Pagkaon is food, kaon is eat. Ayan, to eat, pagkaon. Pagkaon is food and then kaon, that means to eat. Kaon. Kaon ta? May pagkaon diri. May bagyo, may away didto, may pagkaon diri. May bagyo, may away didto, may pagkaon diri. Next is wara or wala. It means there is not, there aren't, or there aren't any. Let us have the following examples. Waay tawo. Waay tawo. There's no one home. Waay tawo. When we say waay, that means there is not, there aren't, something like that. Waay. And then when we say tawo, that's a person or the people. Waay tawo. Or you can say wara tawo. It's more of 𝗪𝗢𝗢𝗢. Waay tawo, wala tawo, or wara tawo. We also have waay, wara, or wala. So either of the three. Waay, wara, or wala. Next is waay kaso. That means no problem. Waay kaso. No problem. When we say kaso, it also means case. So there's no case, there's no problem. Waay kaso Waay kaso. Waay kaso. Waay kaso. Or wala kaso. Or wara kaso. Ayan. Waay kaso, wala kaso, wara kaso. That means no problem. There is no problem. Next example is wala pagkaon. Wala pagkaon, wara pagkaon, or waay pagkaon. That means there is no food. wala pagkaon. Pagkaon is food, kaon is eat. Waay tawo, waay kaso, wala pagkaon. Or you can say wala tawo, wala kaso, wala pagkaon. Or wara tawo, wara kaso, wara pagkaon. But wara is what I've mentioned earlier. It's more of 𝗪𝗖𝗢 than Hiligaynon. Okay, next. So when someone asks you if you have something and you do, you simply reply, may ara. May ara. And if you don't have the thing they're asking about, just say waay or wala or wara. So either of the three, waay, wala, or wara. Okay, if you have something, may ara. If you don't have that thing they're asking about, waay, wala, or wara. Next, we have these examples. May ara ka sa lakyan. Do you have a car? May ara ka sa lakyan. When we say salakyan, that's car. May ara ka sa lakyan, or you can also say may salakyan ka. May salakyan ka, or may ara ka sa lakyan. May ara ka sa lakyan. May salakyan ka. Do you have a car? And then to answer this, you say may ara. That means yes. When you say no, you can either say wala, wara, or waay. Wala ako sa lakyan. May ara ako sa lakyan. May ara ako sa lakyan. If you want to answer yes, you can say may ara. If you want to say or to answer this in a complete sentence, you can say may ara ako sa lakyan. If you have no car, you can say wala, that's no. But if you want to say your answer in a complete sentence, you can say wala ako sa lakyan. Or wara ako sa lakyan. Or waay ako sa lakyan. Another example, may ara ka kwarta, may ara ka kwarta, or may kwarta ka, may kwarta ka, may ara ka kwarta, or may kwarta ka. Do you have money? To answer, like if you want to say yes because you have money, you say may ara. Just that is correct. But if you want to say it in a complete sentence, you can say may ara ako kwarta or may kwarta ako. May ara ako kwarta or may kwarta ako. If you have no money, you can say wala ako kwarta. Wala ako kwarta. Or you can either say waay ako kwarta. Waay ako kwarta. Or kind of like more of 𝗖𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗓 or 𝗓𝗓𝗓, you say wara ako kwarta. Wara ako kwarta. Another example, may ara ka asawa or may asawa ka. May ara ka asawa or may asawa ka. That means do you have a husband or a wife? It's similar with Tagalog, asawa. It's gender neutral, so it's either a husband or a wife. May ara ka asawa or may asawa ka? To answer yes, let's say you already have your husband or your wife, you can say may ara. That's acceptable. But if you want to be more specific, if you want to answer in a complete sentence, you can say may ara ako asawa or may asawa ako. Yan, may ara ako asawa or may asawa ako. If you yet have no husband or a wife, you can say wala pa ako asawa. No pa means still. Wala pa ako asawa. Or wala ako asawa. Or wara ako asawa. Or waay ako asawa. Waay ako asawa. Wara ako asawa. Wala ako asawa. Okay? Next example. We have may ara ka cellphone. May ara ka cellphone. Or may ara ka nga cellphone. Or may cellphone ka. May cellphone ka. When we say cellphone, that's a cell phone. May ara ka cellphone. Mahulam ko tani. Yan, I'll borrow your cellphone. Mahulam ko tani. I'll borrow. May ara ka cellphone. May cellphone ka. To answer yes, let's say you have a cell phone, you can say may ara. That's correct. But if you want to answer once again in a complete sentence, you can say may ara ako cellphone or may cellphone ako. May ara ako cellphone, may cellphone ako. If you have no cell phone, you can say waay ako cellphone. or wala ako cellphone or wara ako cellphone. Waay ako cellphone, wala ako cellphone, wara ako cellphone. May ara ka cellphone, wala ako cellphone. Siya lang. Yan. Okay, next. May ara ka cellphone, oo, may ara, or huod, may ara. Yan. But just may ara is yes, but if you want to also, you can also add huod. That means yes din. Huod. Or oo. That's also understandable. Yan. Oo, may ara, huod. Next is when an existential phrase involves a personal pronoun and an object, the pattern is existential, personal pronoun plus the object. Let us have the following examples. May balay sila. May balay sila. Balay is house. And then you can also say, may ara sila balay. May ara sila balay. May balay sila. May ara sila balay. To answer yes, you say may ara. Or may ara sila balay. May ara or may ara sila balay. If they have no house, if they still have no house, you say waay sila balay. Waay sila balay. Wara sila balay. Or waay sila balay. Wala sila balay. Waay sila balay. Wara sila balay. That means they don't have a house yet. May balay sila. May ara sila balay. May ara sila balay. Waay sila balay. Next example. May ara siya kwarta. May ara siya kwarta. Kwarta is money. May ara siya kwarta. Or may kwarta siya. May kwarta siya. May ara siya kwarta. Or may kwarta siya. May ara siya kwarta. That means he or she has money. Siya is gender neutral, so it either means he or she. May ara siya kwarta. May kwarta siya huod or huod. May kwarta siya. May ara siya kwarta. Or that person has no money, you say wala siya kwarta. Wala siya kwarta. Or waay siya kwarta. Or wara siya kwarta. May ara siya kwarta. Wala siya kwarta. May ara siya kwarta. Wala siya kwarta. Ayan. So may ara siya kwarta. May kwarta siya. May ara siya kwarta kag wala, wara, or waay siya kwarta. Next, we have here more examples. May ara ka pamangkot. When we say pamangkot, that means question. May ara ka pamangkot. Or may pamangkot ka. May pamangkot ka. May ara ka pamangkot. To answer yes, you say may ara. Or may ara ako pamangkot. May ara ako pamangkot. Or may ara ako mga pamangkot. Like in Tagalog, mga makes things plural. May ara ako mga pamangkot. I have a question or I have questions. Waay ako pamangkot. Or wala ako pamangkot. Or wara ako pamangkot. Waay ako pamangkot. Wala ako pamangkot. Or wara ako pamangkot. May ara ka pamangkot. May ara ako tani pamangkot. May pamangkot ka. Wala ako pamangkot. Wara na ako pamangkot. Ayan, pamangkot is question. The pattern for an existential phrase that involves a possessor other than a personal pronoun and an object is existential plus object plus possessor. Let us have this example. May kwarta ang lalaki. May kwarta ang lalaki. May ara kwarta ang lalaki or may kwarta ang lalaki. May kwarta ang lalaki. Next, may kwarta si Jenjen. Jenjen has money. May kwarta si Jenjen. May ara kwarta si Jenjen. Ayan, may kwarta si Jenjen. May ido ang bata. When we say ido, may ido ang bata. The child has a dog. So bata, it's still same with Tagalog. May ido ang bata. The child has a dog. May ido ang bata or may ara ido ang bata? Yan, to answer yes or no, may ara or wala, waay, or let's say the question is may ido ang bata? To answer yes, you say may ido ang bata or may ara ido ang bata. To answer no, you say wala ido ang bata or waay ido ang bata. Another example, may hilo ina. Ina. When we say ina, that means that. Ina. Diin ang gusto mo, ina. Ina ang gusto ko. That's what I like. And then hilo. Hilo, that means poison. Hilo. May hilo, ina. May hilo, ina. Next is waay kalo ang babayi. When we say kalo, that's a hat, and then a babayi is a woman or a girl. Waay kalo ang babayi. Waay kalo ang babayi. May kalo bala ang babayi? May kalo bala ang babayi? Has the girl a hat? Yan, may kalo bala ang babayi? Huod or may ara nga kalo ang babayi. Ayan, or wala sang kalo ang babayi. Next is wala engine ini. Wala engine ini. Or makina. Pwede rin makina. Wala makina ini. Wala makina ini, that means this doesn't have an engine. May makina bala ang imo sa lakyan? May makina bala ina ang imo sa lakyan? And then to answer no, you say wala makina ini. Wala makina ini ang akon sa lakyan. Wala makina ining akon sa lakyan. Wala engine ini, engine or makina. Next, waay kwarta si Jomar. That means Jomar doesn't have any money. Waay kwarta si Jomar. May kwarta bala si Jomar? May kwarta bala si Jomar? Or may ara kwarta si Jomar? May ara kwarta si Jomar? To answer no, you say waay kwarta si Jomar, or wala kwarta si Jomar, or wara kwarta si Jomar. Of course, if Jomar has a money, you say may ara kwarta si Jomar, or just may ara is already understandable and correct na din. Okay? May hilo ina. May hilo ina. Waay kalo ang babayi. Waay kalo ang babayi. Wala engine ini. Or wala makina ini. Wala makina ini. Waay kwarta si Jomar. Waay kwarta si Jomar. Just always remember that Filipinos will often use the personal pronoun siya, which either means he or she, and it also can be used to mean it. For example, instead of saying wala makina ini or wala engine ini, they might say wala siya engine or wala siya makina. So personal pronouns come immediately after negation words. Yan. But it is not technically correct, and it's easy to develop a habit of overusing the word siya, which could sound tacky at times. Another thing is that a good rule of thumb is to simplify your speech and to avoid using pronouns whenever possible. A good rule of thumb is to simplify your speech and to avoid using pronouns whenever possible. When you get familiar with the conversational language, you'll see that pronouns are often omitted altogether and subjects are simply implied. Okay, let's once again recall the things that we learned. When we say may, that means there is or there are, but it must be immediately followed by an object. We also have the word may ara. That means there is, there are, or there are some. May ara. And wara, wala, or waay. That means there is not, there aren't, or there aren't any. Wara, wala, waay. May ara, wara, wala, waay. Once again, this is Reymund. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you learned something new from this video, please don't forget to click the like and the subscribe button since I'm uploading a new video every now and then. Once again, madamo gid nga salamat kag halong gid. Thank you very much and take care.